Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? This is Rodney Grimes, PTP, people to people, power to power, positive thinking people. Yo, it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. It's Good Friday too, right? And I know a lot of people probably trying to celebrate or recognize Good Friday. So, I send my peace and blessings to you as well. Hope all is well with everybody and everybody's safe. Right here, you'll see I got my little dog up here on the front. I'm gonna move him out the way. He actually said welcome, so I just put him up there so he'll greet you as y'all come join in. But cute little dog there. He normally sits on the bar. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna put him back on the bar. So, but anyway, I'm just glad that it's Friday. It's also date night, which I have to make sure that I get permission, or not permission, but I go to my wife and we agree on what we're going to do. So again, it's wine and grapes and cheese, as we are in the house, not planning on going anywhere. But God is good, and I just give Him glory and praise and just thank Him for everything. The topic of today is still PTP, people to people, power to power, positive thinking people. I'm going to just go back over a few things that we've been talking about. I got some few things that's on my spirit that I need to share with you. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna pour me a glass of wine. But I don't know if I should pour that first, because I always find where I have to read a scripture or something. So what I'm going to do before I pour my wine, I'm going to, no disrespect to the word, I want to read something that I ran across in the Bible today. And again, I don't try to make this no real religious thing or anything like that. It's just that I just feel comfortable doing this. And I feel comfortable that I think that somehow or another that everything's just going to come out of PTP is going to have something that we're going to always have to have God first in what we do. So I'm not ashamed to acknowledge Him in no kind of way. And so I do that. I'm going to be reading Proverbs 4. And let me see here. It's actually Proverbs 4. And I'm going to start right here in the beginning of it. Young men, listen to me as you would listen to your father. Listen and grow wise, for I speak the truth. Don't turn away, for I too was once a son, tenderly loved by my mother as an only child, and companion of my father. He told me never to forget his words. If you follow them, he said, you will have a long and happy life. Let me take these off. I think I'll do better. Learn to be wise, he said, and develop good judgment and common sense. I cannot overemphasize this. Cling to wisdom. She will protect you. Love her. She will guide you. Getting wisdom is the most important thing you can do. And with your wisdom, develop common sense and good judgment. If you exalt wisdom, she will exalt you. Hold her fast, she will lead you to a greater honor. She will place a beautiful crown upon your head. My son, listen to me and do as I say, and you will have a long, good life. I would have you learn this great fact, that a life of doing right is the wisest life there is. If you live that kind of life, you'll not limp or stumble as you run. Carry out my instructions. Don't forget them, for they will lead you to real living. So, when I looked at that today, and it was I grabbed the Bible shortly before I get ready to come on. It's not like I say, oh, let me see. What I do is I go pray, I meditate, and then I ask God. I say, God, just give me something to share. And this is what came to me. And as it was speaking about the wisdom, how that's what this is basically what I'd be trying to share with you in everything that we do, that you have to have wisdom. You have to be focused. You have to be able to put yourself in a position where you're going to be able to grow. And you grow by dealing with other people who can share information with you, people that can help you be a better you, people to people, right? We talked about relationships, and I continue to do so continuously. And then when you get the wisdom, and with wisdom becomes knowledge, and knowledge gives you power, because you'll be able to do things in a good way, and you'll be able to take that good power to fight even evil power if necessary. And I took this week to really focus on PTP, people to people, power to power, positive thinking people, because I wanted people to understand why I say it all the time, because it has a real strong meaning behind it. And so with that, when we do receive the word, or we receive whatever that motivates us and give us that spiritual growth that makes us to be wiser and humble at the same time, we become positive thinking people. And so that's PTP, people to people, power to power, positive thinking people. And I just wanted to reiterate that, because next week we're going to go into a whole different direction. But it is Friday, is date night. I'm going to pour myself a glass of wine. I hope you don't mind. It's no disrespect. I don't recommend that you have to do this. Oh, you gonna join me?
Hey.
Okay. All right. Well, we see we got Miss Grimes just stepped in, and that's a good thing. Again, it's date night, and so it's real talk. What we do is real talk. Again, if it was the one, snow outside and everything, I had a fireplace burning, and we had the cheese and stuff down on the floor, probably sitting on a blanket or something like that. Or had the grandkids over here sitting by the fireplace, chilling out, if we take them in on Friday night or on date night. But again, let me toast you. Happy date night.
And to you all, happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday. It's the Friday before. This is called Good Friday. And, be blessed. Definitely be blessed and be safe. I have a few things that I'm going to be running across today, some things that really got me. And when we're talking about relationships, and we're talking about moving forward and doing positive things, today I was listening to some messages that was coming across the television. I don't say certain things because Facebook will cut you off as soon as you start saying things that they don't approve of. And a lot of things that they don't approve of could be the truth, so if I get cut off real quick, so be it. But I got to speak about this today that really bothered me. All of a sudden, that it was announced that the COVID virus is really focusing heavy in the, they call it the Afro-American communities. That was said on television today. I don't think that's true. I don't know why every time there's something that's got to go negative, or it gets overpowering and bad or whatever, they drop it in our lap. And they were saying that the reason is because low income areas and things of that nature. I was just appalled that they was really saying that. And they had a gentleman that was on there that happened to have been a black man. I don't say Afro-American. We black Americans, like they're white Americans, they're Oriental Americans. I am not from Africa. My ancestors may have originated from there, and from what I understand from my father, I got some Blackfoot in me too, so, it is what it is. But I consider myself a black American, and I don't think that, especially in the DMV area, we have some very prominent black people that live in areas, so I don't think that it's more people slumming than it is people doing well or living a comfortable and blessed life. So for that to be put on the news today, I don't know how many of you saw it, but it just didn't set well with me for them to say, oh, now it's really in the black communities, in the Afro-American communities. Okay, if that's what they say, let me tell you something. All the people that I grew up with, and I dealt with a lot of black people because I am a black man. I have dealt with a lot of people outside of my race, but let me tell you what I do know in the black community. We've been washing our hands from the very beginning, okay? I don't know Everybody know you hardly ever see us in the restaurants doing certain things, and I'm not going to belittle anybody because I want to call it as you see it. But most of us, especially in public, if we're not doing drugs and walking around with our pants hanging down, 90% of the time we really are conducting ourselves appropriately, and especially in this area, we have some very, very prominent people in the DMV area that are black. And for them to say that today, it just really got me. And if they was talking about Washington, D.C., let me tell you something. If you remember that somehow or another, they didn't get as much money as everybody else. So if you're talking about something happening, it could be not that it's because it's what they consider Afro-American, but I say black. It could be that they just don't have the resources provided to them like they should. On many occasions, if you want to check it out, and I see this, you go in certain areas, the food is different, it's delivered different, it look fresher. You can see all this for yourself. I'm not saying this to be confrontational with anybody, or I just tell you it's real talk. So when they said that today, it really bothered me because every one of my grandchildren that come in my house, let me tell you something, they know, they come in here, they wash their hands. My children know that, and I do that even with my mother, and I was in my grandparents' house as well, and everybody else that I know. You know, if they see you scratching your butt or digging in your nose, or you did something that was inappropriate, the first thing they say, go wash your hands. What's wrong with you? And so they was talking about just make sure you're washing your hands and so forth and so on. So I just know that's part of my culture. My culture as a black person, I know that. And so when they were saying that today, I just got in my feelings a little bit. No disrespect to anybody else. I have a lot of interracial friends. I have an interracial daughter. I have a lot of white friends that I love very dearly. And so sometimes I just call it the way it is. And when the media start to try to make us look bad, it kind of stir me in a different direction. So I just wanted to put that out there. Please be safe. Keep your distance. Wash your hands like we normally do. And stay focused. When I say people to people, this is what I'm talking about. It was those are people talking about other people. People to people. We're talking about power. The power is what they can say, and people will start believing it, and like they'll say that we commit all the crimes. But if you go back and you start thinking about what you see in the past, when we was talking a little bit about paying attention to your past, your history, and everything, we see who was taking stuff and robbing people and doing those type things. I don't want to really get into that real heavy, but it just didn't sit well with me today. This is real talk. That's all I can tell you. It didn't sit well with me. So, I hope that you get what this is all about. I'm hoping this platform moves so big that we're going to keep on moving forward. We're going to be able to talk about things that's real talk, the real facts, things that's really going on. And this is going to be all of us that's going to be able to look at this and say, yo, we don't have to camouflage anything anymore. We don't want to point the finger and start blaming other people to try to make another race look better than the other. We all are made equal in the eyes of the Lord. I'm telling you that. I can take a black man kidney and put it in a white man. You can take a white man's heart and put it in an Oriental man. You can take a Hispanic man's eyes and put them in a black man. They've been blessed to do that. So somehow or another, we are connected all the way around. Okay? I mean, I just noticed that if it was not so, you couldn't have these interracial babies where you can take a black woman and a white man and put them together and get a baby, or vice versa, or whatever the case may be. But somehow or another, it always comes down. So whose responsibility is it to make sure that we be on top of things? It's our responsibility. It's our responsibility to do so. This is why it's so important to keep your children focused on how they conduct themselves. Understand when I say people to people, it's you parents with your children. You got to put it in their DNA where it passes on, that they know how to conduct themselves and they be aware of what's going on around them. Okay? And you will see that in the process of them doing this, they will gain knowledge, and they'll get these good habits where they'll start doing positive things which make them positive thinkers, and it give them that power that puts them in a position to move forward. If you out here doing drugs, robbing and stealing and doing all that, that's what you do. Let me tell you something. They got a place for you, And guess what? It's not just in the black communities. I'm going to tell you, we got people doing some crazy, crazy stuff that's not really put out there all the time. But let's not go there because this is Good Friday. It's date night. I have my beautiful wife sitting here with me. And so I've just had to get that off my spirit. So, but again, I just wanted you to know, we're responsible how people perceive us. And we have to make it so that people really, really respect us because we give the respect. We want it back. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what we're supposed to do. When we see it's not right, let's step up and say something. The media, in this day and time, is actually a tool and it can work for us. But at the same time, there's certain people in certain positions that can shut us down. And when we are put in positions to do so, my main man, Tyler Perry, who got a studio in Atlanta, okay? In Atlanta, all right? Well, he is now doing what they was doing in Hollywood, where they were shutting us out. Okay? Now we're in a position that it's a possibility that we could be making some real, real powerful movies and get things done where we won't have to be humiliated and acting like we stupid and running around acting like we got to be the one that's holding the bucket instead of holding the money. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing where we are, and we have to continue to make things move forward so that we'll be able to progress and move in a very, very positive way. People to people, me, you, and them, power to power, the power we possess. It's up to us to get the power. We can't, something? Sometimes you got to be a little forceful to get the power. I hope I'm not going.
No, you're fine. I'm always behind the scenes, so I'm just jumping in to join them because this is date night. But as far as the corona, it has no limit, or it's not racist. It attack any of us. So just stay safe, stay healthy, stay prayed up.
Yeah, I mean, for we them to say that today, and if any of y'all heard that, then you know that I'm not lying. They was talking about, we got, it looks like it's hitting the Afro-American community. Come on, man. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I mean, come on. I mean, I ain't saying that they ain't jumped on some black folks. I know that, okay? And I don't know that because I thank you, Lord, Father God, that it haven't really hit anybody that was real, real close to me. Okay? But I know that it has no skin tone on it. Okay? No skin tone. So I don't believe that. And if you out there smoking crack and you out there shooting dope and you out there doing heroin and what's that other stuff that, that they really want to cover up, I know you know what I'm talking about, and certain other people like to do it. You know something? You might catch anything. You might not just catch corona. You might catch a bullet, herpes, AIDS, and some more stuff. Okay? So that's just the way it is. All right, but okay. Let me take a sip of this wine and maybe it calm me down and take me in another direction.
While you're taking a sip, I'm gonna give we got a few people on. Tawana. Hey, Tawana.
Hello, Tawana. How you doing?
You did a wonderful, wonderful on yesterday. We're so glad that you came on, and just want to thank you.
I appreciate that. Appreciate it. And also, I wanted to say thank you for my brother Jasper, Pastor Jasper McCargo, for the powerful information and words that he gave yesterday as well. Mm-hmm. Very, very, very powerful, brother. God bless you, and I love you.
We have Felicia Harrison.
Okay. Hey, Felicia. That's Feely.
I
love.
You, Feely.
We can't wait till we get things set up. We're gonna have her to come on and to perform. Yeah. This girl, when I tell you, amazing.
And she know I love her. She's my fave.
She always say, she'll put Felicia up against any gospel singer.
I'm telling you.
And Felicia gonna give them a run for their money. And that's real. So there you go.
But all gospel artists, I love you all. But
she can go.
I love my Philly, and you all will see why.
Yeah, that's for real. So go ahead. Rachel Pope.
That's my girl.
I love you, Rachel. That's my baby. This Rachel is another individual who is she's consistently giving us different pointers to go on and helping us move forward. We appreciate you so much. And we just pray that God is going to put us on a platform that we're going to be able to do things, and we're going to have it so that people are going to share this information. They're going to make sure that PTP, people to people, power to power, positive thinking people is moving around, and people are going to be starting saying this, and they're going to start living it, and they're going to be like, you know what, this is something that's going to be really, really something to help us in the future, because we're going to also make sure that people to people always keep one of these around, the Holy Book. And also, I'm going to respect everybody else. I mean, whatever religions they have, hey, I'm going to definitely, like I said, people to people, yo, you do you, I do me, we can do it together. The power is all of us that, you know, we put out to make sure that we are surviving. Survival of the fittest, you know what I mean? And if we want to see a better tomorrow, we got to change what we did yesterday, okay? If you want to see a better tomorrow, you got to change what you did yesterday. One of my co-workers, I'm not going to say his last name, but I'll say his first name because sometimes people don't want you to put him out there, but his name's Derek. A very, very positive man. This brother, on many occasions, saw me when I was going through some rough times and gave me some powerful information. He always would tell me, Rodney, don't stress on what happened yesterday. Deal with what's going on today. What happened yesterday is yesterday. He said, and if you can't fix it, why worry about it? Don't stress over it. He said, because all you're doing is killing yourself unnecessarily. You know, there you go. People to people. He telling me that helped me, started getting me to learn how to deal with that stress, gave me some new power to possess, and made me start thinking in a very different way, which gave me some positive thinking. That's what we have to continue to do again. We want to keep supporting one another, okay? Support each other. You've got to love your neighbor. Your neighbor, hey, your neighbor could be the one that's going to save you one day. And when I say your neighbor, it doesn't mean the person that just lives next door to you. It could be the person around the corner or whatever, the person you see in the grocery store. And one of my cousins, Johnny always said, the first thing he do when he pray up in the morning, when he pray in the morning, he said, God, allow me to do something for somebody else that's going to be a blessing to them. And he tickled me. He said sometimes he just hurry up and grab and open the door for somebody, people to people. There you go. You putting that positive energy out there, which give you the power. Because sometimes now, one time he told me he did that and the person didn't say thank you. And what happened? Some negativity came back and he had to regroup afterwards. And he said once he got in the car, he said, you know what? I'm not going to let that bother me. He had to stay within that positive thinking mode. And that's what's really important. People to people, power to power, positive thinking people. So again, you know, it's all about us just helping each other to move forward. And please go back and look at some of the other talks, real talks that we had. Share them. I promise you, I'm not going to let you down, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you with me. And there's going to be many of you who don't have a problem with coming once we get into the studio setting is like we really want it. I want to sit down with Ellen. I want to sit down with Oprah. I want to sit down with Tyler Perry. That's fine. But guess what? I can also sit down there with you. You see what I'm saying? Because, you'll find a man who is a recovering addict can tell you more about fighting and changing your life than a person that got all that money. A person who's been there. You know, I mean, I don't know what it is to be hooked on crack, but I've seen what it do to people. And I've seen a lot of people go to the Lord, change their life, and turn their life around and become very, very powerful mentors and teachers and preachers, because they have experienced that drama. And you know, when you say that and think about that, what happens with many of us, a lot of us got our secrets in the closet that a lot of people don't know. Everything that looks like gold ain't gold. Some of it is that fake gold. You after a while it start turning green. That's some people. You don't know? You got a lot of people out there like that, running around here thinking that they're more than what they are, and trying to make you feel less than what you are, so that they can be able to have that power over you, so you'll feel insignificant when you're around them. But if you're a positive thinking person and you keep putting up positive energy, then people have to see you for who you are. And then you keep moving forward and you let them be who they are. If they want to be negative, then so be it and keep it moving. I just step around them and go in the other direction. That's what I'm saying. So with you, I'm hoping today, we're not going to be real long today. It's date night, so I got to spend time with my wife. And we're going to watch a movie and finish drinking this wine. Hope she get a little tipsy. But anyway, the wine do it to me. So if she want me to really calm down and don't be running my mouth, she give me a glass of this, and after a while I'll be like in the bed just chilling.
It's not much of a wine drinker.
I'm not really a drinker at all.
Like me.
Yeah, I can drink one glass of this, and then you'll be like, "Is he okay?" And my limit when I'm out, if I'm at a party, you give me 3 shots of something straight, and believe me, that's it. You know, and I thank God that He put that in my DNA, that I'm not able to consume anything. I can't consume no type of drugs or nothing like that, because it just takes me way to the left, and I ain't trying to go there. I am a man who like to be in control of what I'm doing. I want, when I deal with another person, that I know what I'm saying and I'm able to function, and that person is able to see me as a productive individual. People to people. I like to, whatever I say, or when I say something that makes sense, that after a while somebody go back and say, "Rodney, man, what you said, that made so much sense, man. It really helped me." There goes some power. And when they share that with somebody else, I helped a positive thinking person that went on to share that with somebody else. So I keep saying that because it's important. It's really important that we, people to people, we show love to one another. We put ourselves in a position where we keep moving forward. Let me tell you something. Every one of you that share my talk shows, you helping me to become a voice for us. You can email me, Rodney, Rodney, G like Grimes, P like Paul, T like Tom, P like Paul at yahoo.com. That's Rodney G PTP at yahoo.com. Tell me things that you want to hear, things you want to talk about. If you want to be a guest, let me know. Hey, you don't have to have $1 million. All you have to do is have some common sense and be able to talk some facts that we know that when somebody else hear you, they're going to know that we're not talking out the side of our neck. Okay? So I just want to put that out there. And if you help me, I'm going to definitely help you. Our ultimate goal is, again, we can't wait to be able to get back out doing production. That's what I love doing. We're going to have some fantastic artists, like we was talking about Felicia. I call her Phoebe. She's going to be one of the artists that's, wherever I go, hopefully she will follow, because if she don't, I will call her. Okay? I got my partner, Darlene Smith, who's an amazing playwright. She does some really, really amazing skits. She's a hell of a praise dancer, and she also works with the Party Crashers sometime too. Shout out to the Party Crashers. I know them as well. Mad love to you. They always out networking with people as well, people to people, doing what they do, putting out positive energy, because they show that laughter and making people have a good time, which I think was a real positive thing. So they are positive thinking individuals. So just a shout out to the Party Crashers. And just a shout out to everybody who's out there that's been doing some real positive things. I thanked quite a few people the other day, and I continue to thank God every day. And I just hope that everybody continue to be safe and stay focused. You know, this is Good Friday. You praise God whichever way you do it. I don't care how you do it, as long as you give Him the glory. And if it's the Buddhist that you do, then you go ahead and pray to the Buddha. If it's the Quran and that's the way that you go, then I say Elijah Muhammad or whoever it is that you see as the prophet, then so be it, because I don't condemn none of you. I'm not the man to judge you. Your judgment day comes when you got to deal with the higher creator, the one that's going to definitely be the one that we're going to all answer to, whether you're rich, white, black, poor, old, young, you know, we all answer to them. And that's going to be something that we're going to have to be responsible for our actions. I don't know if my grandkids is again listening today. If they are, hey Morgan, I love you.
Morgan.
Little man.
Hello, man.
And if Xavier and Kamari and Mama and Mila, if by chance y'all are anywhere where y'all are able to see this, I love you. And I'm hoping that you will see your grandfather moving in the direction, trying to help people to be better people, that you will be better people as well. And that somehow or another we'll establish something where you will have some positive power in your life to make you very productive individuals, and that you will be very positive in your thinking. I just want, I live that, I'm not promised tomorrow, so if I die today or tomorrow or in the next minute or so, hey, that would be one of my legacies, that they'd be like, my grandfather, you know what, he just really wanted to see everybody do well. He wanted to see people move forward and do some positive things. So if there's anybody out there that I haven't said thank you to, then
Willie is here.
Hey Willie, how you doing, baby?
Brenda Minnick, my classmate and friend in South Carolina.
Hey Brenda.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, love, for tuning in. We appreciate you.
Brenda.
South Carolina, they be showing us some love down there.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Walter Shepherd.
That's my cousin. What's up, Shug? What's up, man? That's my cousin. Tell the one, everybody, I said, what's up? Hey, mad love to you. Mad love to you.
Oh, wow. Dane is on. Dane
Raleigh. Hey,
you need to call us.
Yeah, we got to talk to you, Dane. Actually, we got a set, something we wanted to have you come on. Dane Raleigh is a hell of a musician. You can go on YouTube and pull up Dane Raleigh. You can buy his music. He kind of said he was putting his music down a little bit, saying that he wasn't doing too much performing, but I don't believe that, because that's who he is. I just think that he just need a little rest, but I'm not the one to judge. But Dane, we definitely going to be getting in touch with you. I talked to Joe Coleman, a very, very dear friend of mine, one of the original Platters. He said he will give us the grace of coming on as well. So Dane, I'm going to talk to you. I think I'm going to try to have you come on the same day that I talk to Joe as well. And we got some other things that's lined up down the line that's going to be very, very inspirational, and it's going to be something you're going to enjoy. Who else we have on there?
Kim Pritchett.
Kim?
Mm-hmm.
Kim, what's up, cuz? Kim, hey, so I'm going to put it out there a little bit. Kim is actually a co-worker of mine who happened to had we had the same last name. And so we don't know if we related or not for real, but she always treats me with much respect. And she is one doll, baby. I adore you. I think that you are so beautiful. You're a beautiful person. And I love your spirit that you keep doing what you do. You always walk in your skin. And I admire you for that. So I welcome you today as well.
I also welcome our beautiful niece, Taria. That's my brother Ed's daughter.
Okay, hey, how you doing, Niecy Poo?
Thank you for joining us, Taria. And my glasses. Sateria Burris. She's another one that's here joining us. Gwen.
Is Gwen on there?
Gwen.
Hello. How you doing, Gwen?
You have no idea.
Zena is over here going crazy because she can't come get her hair done.
It's crazy. I tried to do something to it today myself.
She had to get in the shower and wash her own hair and everything. I'm putting her business out there. But she keeps saying, I just need Gwen. So that's Gwen from Hands and Motions in Alexandria.
And if you ever need your hair done, she's the one. I'm telling you. Oh, she is amazing. Willie, you need to call Gwen. But let's show your love and support to the hairdressers out here, the barbers, all of them. Yeah.
And also, be very kind to those people when you go in the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
You think about it. Man, a lot of them still go to work. They have to go to work because they got to pay the bills. And then they got to be put out there where they got to take the chance of catching this horrible disease. And so we definitely want to, for the firefighters and police and all the people that still have to do what they do, hey, we love you and show them respect. For real, they the real heroes. Not the ones that's up in Hollywood to getting their name down on the sidewalk. Half of them just doing that because They like that recognition and that money and that fame. But for real, the real heroes is the ones that's out there still doing what they got to do today, the doctors and the nurses. Thank you so much. I'm just much love and respect for you, the ones that couldn't see their families. I've seen some very, very emotional things that has really, really just touched me, and knowing that they could easily say, yo, I'm going home, I ain't coming back and trying to do it, but you got some soldiers out there for real.
Yes.
So, anybody else on there?
Nick Johnson, and he even says, excuse me while I step away to get a glass of wine. Gotta be like you.
Alright, you get your glass. Hey,
I hope you got it.
Get your glass, and here's a toast to you, my brother. I say, God bless you, and I hope all is well. You know what? And then everybody else out there, a little wine ain't gonna hurt you if you know how to handle it. Okay, don't be a wino.
We don't do this every day.
No, I can't handle it every day. Now y'all saw me last week when we was on together. It was date night that night.
It was date night. And it's usually when we do it. Yeah. Date night.
And I was drinking that wine, and by the time I got through and everything, I sat down, and she was like, "Okay, babe, come on upstairs." She went upstairs, and then she had to come back. Come on, babe, come on upstairs. So she had to probably tell me about 2 or 3 times. But I do like to, do it on that date night. I don't know if our friends Charles, Faustine, Desi, and Troy. I always give my shout out to them as well. Love you. Very, very good dear friends
very
of mine.
Good supporters, very good dear friends.
What they do is if they don't be on, they end up watching later, or they'll call me.
They give us a call.
And they always just tell me to keep doing what I'm doing, and I appreciate that support.
And Vivian and Fred, thank you all for coming on. And Vivian, you have been there. You've been coming on.
Yeah, Vivian is our cousin.
Yeah, she's in South Carolina.
She is South Carolina as well. Vivian, I love you, baby. Thank you so much. Our cousin Fred, he gave me a shout out the other day, and he said he thought this was a good thing that I'm doing. Let me tell you something. This is not by my own desire. Even my wife had to tell me, said, babe, get back doing this. I had backed off because I thought maybe that people wasn't really receiving it. And I just was struggling with myself. But then I realized that I do help a lot of people, and it helps me as well to be a better person. And I also know that this is in a way a little ministry for me as well, because when God say he wants me to help somebody, he said, Rodney, you are your brother's keeper, your sister's keeper. He wants you to get out there to do that. I don't know if they're going to be on here, Sharon and Anthony. They have an anniversary coming up real soon. And I got to double check with them so that we want to just do a shout out to them. Lovely couple from Baltimore. My brother Malik, he normally is on here. I don't know where you at today, bro.
Anthony as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. Anthony and Sharon Peterson. Yeah. From Baltimore. Joe Baltimore used to be stepping in. I don't know where you at, Joe, but hey, we shouting out to you. I have some regulars that come on, and if you would share my videos, share these talks, and help us to get the ratings where they're actually moving forward. Again, because what's going to happen is I'm going to be coming and giving you information on things that you need, that we need, that's going to help us, to really benefit us. I'm talking about his marriages and your relationship with God, your relationship on your job. I'm going to put it out there. I got my job appraisal today. I'm not going to put my boss or my supervisor's name out there because I try to respect people's privacy and stuff. And what I found was really good today. We were very, very straightforward. And I had to think about people to people. Here I'm dealing with somebody who's telling me about things that need to help me. And today I felt real good about it because I felt some growth. I felt growth with me. And so I'm excited about that. And I've been learning a lot more about myself as I've been going forth. And especially even now so that this coronavirus had put me in a position where I have to see me every day. Just me and my wife right now, but I have to see me more than I've seen myself in a long time. So a lot of times you get up in the morning, you get dressed, you see yourself, but you more focused on getting your day started or whatever. But now we really getting to know each other. I'm talking about Rodney and Rodney. Me, myself, and I. We really getting to know each other. The other day, I don't know what it was. I snapped at my wife about something. It was my fault. And as I walked out, I had to go back, and then she was looking at me like, "You going crazy?" But then I laughed. I said, "You know what it is? It's because we in this house, and so we decided we got to go out and take a walk. We went out walking the other night, right? Mm-hmm. And last week we got the bikes out, and we know that sometimes you just got to get to know. You get to know you a little better, and then you can correct some of them things that you need to correct that other people probably been trying to tell you, but you ain't been receiving it. People to people, power to power, positive thinking people. I'm just telling you, that's what this is all about.
I want to try to read some, I have my glasses, so I'm going to do my best to read this. Arnett Jones.
Arnett, oh, okay.
She says, God bless you both. Without a second of listening to you about the blacks has the most of the virus, it was bothering me so much that I called a family member with my oldest daughter, and she, Mommy, you said this last week, and sure wasn't announced today. So I still bother about this, but I'm not alone on this issue. Thank you, my brother, for sharing. Be safe, your wife, the rest of your family from Alexandria neighborhood.
All right. I know exactly who that is. How you doing in there? You're a dog baby. You're another one that's been actually been inspiring me to keep going as well. You've always sent some positive energy to me, and I'm glad. Like I said, it's about us making a change. We utilize these things to help us to move forward. Okay, we make that difference, and it's when y'all give me that positive feedback. You know what I do? I thank you, and then it makes me stronger. It makes me get motivated. I'm going to tell you, I've never been one to run. I don't run from nobody. I'm telling you. When I joined the Marine Corps, let me take that back, because I was running from the police. I was running from jail. I was running from negativity. I decided, you know what? I'm going to change. I'm going somewhere where I'm going to do something with my life, so I shouldn't have said that, but that was a little joking way. But I went into the Marine Corps because I wanted to do something with my life. And one of the things that I've always just really realized that, you got to deal with life head on, and there'll be a lot of people that'll help you to do that. And so I'm just telling everybody out there, help me to get this thing where it actually one day go viral, that people want to see, we got a gentleman that came from Old Town Alexandria. That's right. We got a lot of positive people that have been doing some things in Old Town. Michael Johnson, he's another one of the brothers over there that, man, has always been in the limelight doing things. We lost a brother some years ago. Lenny Harris was another brother that he was all over the place doing, man, he was really, really a positive influence in the neighborhood. And we still have quite a few people over there that still doing it in the background and maybe don't get that much recognition, but it is what it is. So, people to people, power to power, positive thinking people. Do you see what time it is? I can't tell. Can you slip off real quick and make sure, because I'm not trying to be sitting here and overdo my time. I want to respect my listeners and everyone as I do this, because it puts it,
it's
where...
It's actually 7:11.
Okay, so give me...
I'm going to finish.
Go ahead.
Desi is on board. Desi is here. Keena is on.
That's my goddaughter.
Hi, Keena.
Hey, baby. My beautiful goddaughter. I love you, baby.
Natasha Christmas.
Okay.
Magda. Hey, Magda. I got to call you Magda. And I'm trying to make sure Joyce Rawlings, Karen Mays, and
Miss Joyce, hello, darling. How you doing?
Alicia Lewis. Hey, this is my cousin Alicia. Penny Frazier.
You know Penny.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, baby doll? How you doing, babe? I appreciate you. Love you. Hope all is well over there. Hope you've been safe.
And I think I said Joyce McKnight. Tay is on. Tay.
Our daughter?
Yes, our daughter.
That's my baby. I love you.
She's here. Her and Sam. Hello to
Hey, Sam.
you.
Hey, baby.
Mm-hmm. So we appreciate you all. If I left out anyone, please don't charge me hard.
It wasn't intentional.
But we do appreciate all of you joining. Please spread the word. Hit like and share.
Hit like and share.
Like
You
and
know,
share.
if you would do that. And let me tell you something. You're gonna see the more that this is moving out. Not everybody can do this. Some people laugh at me, right? I have family members that probably think, who do you think he is? You know what? It's who you think I am. I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? I know what I do. I'm not scared to do this. And, you know, and I appreciate my wife that she supports me and my family members that does. You know, it is what it is. This is just what I do, you know? So, you know, I'm excited about it and I'm looking for this thing to really, really get big. Kena's on here. So when I talk about, remember I talked about people to people, power to power, positive thinking people. Let me tell you about my goddaughter. My goddaughter is a people person. She's the type of person that can go anywhere and fit in any place and deal with any type of people. Right? She has a certain power with her because of her spirit that it makes it so that she's received. But what I really admire most is her positive thinking and how I've seen her as a child become a very powerful female, and her children are doing very well, very educated, well-mannered, and that excites me every time I see her, every time I see the kids. So Kena, I just wanted to give that shout out to you.
We love
PTP.
you, Kena. She's an amazing mother.
Yeah. You operate within PTP, people to people, power to power, positive thinking people. You put all those elements in, and I see you instilling that in your children. And that's a good thing, and that's why they're going to be some very, very productive citizens when they become adults. And for all of us, we have to continue to do that. So,
I want to acknowledge two more people you definitely
go
want
ahead.
to know. Tammy Thompson, Tammy and Micah.
There you go. Hey, what's up, cuz? How you doing? Tammy, I appreciate you, babe. I can tell my cuz is happy. I can tell he is happy. He has a beautiful black queen, and I'm really happy for y'all. I can't wait till this is all over so we can really get together and do the wine and some cheese and throw rocks at cars.
Also, there's Tammy Thompson. That's what just a knowledge. Shatika, Michael, and Shatika.
Oh,
Yes.
that's our cousin too.
Yes.
Yes. How you doing, Mike? What's up, bro? I mean, Mike where you at in the world right now? Cause normally you be doing some things. You need to call me to give me some insight on some things that I need to be doing to help get us at a different level. So please get in touch with me as soon as you can. I appreciate that. Matter of fact, you might want to be one of my guests that I can get on the line, find out what you're doing too, because I know you sometimes, you may be here, you may be there, you may be everywhere. So I appreciate you, my brother.
Thank you, Tammy Barrows and Carol Cox. Thank you for joining. We love you all. And we're about to start our Friday night date night. So.
Yeah, so I could do this all night, but I know you don't want to sit and look at me. And after I get to drinking too much of this, then my vocabulary is going to get a little limited, and I'm going to start slurring a little bit. But you know, it is what it is. But the one thing is that I appreciate you, Zena. I appreciate everything that you've done to help me and to support me. And I again, you know how we do, baby.
My ride or die.
Yeah.
All right.
This is my Bobcat.
My Panther.
I'm the Panther. But remember, for real, it's people to people, power to power, positive thinking people. If you didn't get to join in with us earlier, hey, I ain't mad at you. You do what you do. But just keep on supporting us, sharing the videos. Go back and look at the ones. Remember that we also have VoxWave. Well, when I say VoxWave, put Rodney Grimes, PTP, into YouTube, and it'll come up. That's when I was actually doing a talk show through VoxWave. So I don't know what they're doing right now. Mad love. I hope that y'all being blessed. If y'all still functioning, you know, it is what it is. Life keeps moving. I was doing this before I went with them, and I'm doing it now after them. And so, you know, and I send my peace and blessings to them and hope that they succeed in their journey. So with that said, babe, one more time, it's people to people, Power to power, positive thinking people. Y'all have a good evening. We love you.